This is London with MarketHedge. Bitcoin giving a run at that 117,000. We're going to go through the technicals. We're going to go through the pattern dynamics, and we're going to go through some of the trades, those long positions I told you that I had entered into. Grab some below on the last video. Congratulations to anyone who held up through this zone. We'll talk about the technicals. I have to shout out to the VIP in the back with MarketHedge Pro. You know, it allows us to stack ladder in specific orders up to 100 at a time on any asset with BTCC, our trading partner. Congrats to everybody in the back. Look at the daily results. I am super excited about these, particularly here. What is this? Daniel rocking it with 13K. That's in a day. I've watched those trades. I get notices on these trades. Guys, the coolest thing on this platform, you got to check this out. Honestly, look at this. In terms of the trades, let's say I want to look at Daniel's trades or anyone else's trades that are live. I can literally go through and click through and load them on my own chart. Then I can copy them if I want to. Big risk disclaimer, can't be big enough, but big cool disclaimer, right? It's the coolest thing I've ever seen. It's the first of its kind in terms of the application, bringing it to the market, to the traders. You won't know it until you experience it, and I am thrilled to be able to bring it to our VIP. Shout out to J-Mac and Luke in the back. Look at these over the last day. These are returns over the last day. Had some side trades that worked out extremely well. And what was it? Yeah, Daniel knows. He saw it. He was right there with these trades. And when you get notified that someone else is trading, you can assess what they're doing, take a look at it, and see, hey, is this for me or not? You don't have to hit the button, but if you want to, you can. So nice to be trading with a group. And in terms of these two positions, let's talk about what Bitcoin is doing. In terms of that inverse head and shoulders, we called that out a couple of days ago. You guys think the bulls have got it in them. In terms of the specific underlying feature, you know we were looking at this specific preceding neckline for a potential rehit. So holding these positions has not been necessarily easy. Reinforce that. Yeah, it looks easy, but no. Yeah, this has been a nice move to the upside in line with the bulls just taking control of the market. Where are we at now at this 117,000 on Bitcoin? Guys, we are at the make or break moment. This is the left shoulder. That's the head. This is the right shoulder. Exactly what I wanted to see happen on the preceding video. So we've got it, bulls. It's yours to take it. I really would love to say the following. I'm only going to be concerned about a short if we can get up to this line of resistance. That would be a beautiful, beautiful problem to have. Any bulls that are in the room, you guys know it's like, yeah, let's worry about really compounding back down in line with this zone here. We're kind of in the middle breakout zone. This can be a catchy area. So in terms of that, before we get up to a real just say reinforced line of resistance in terms of that specific channel formation with 1, 2, 3 hits, we have to say that we're in that middle tier zone. So I would keep an eye again on your hourly and your 4-hourly RSI. Keep an eye on your daily standard deviation and your 4-hourly standard deviation. You guys know, please review preceding videos to the extent that you're looking for flash trades, for quicker frequency trades. They're there, I'll tell you, but you got to just understand in terms of bringing you a trade and then closing them, bringing them, closing them. I try and make the most of the opportunity here on YouTube. So let's make a long story short. I've locked in some good gains, guys, in terms of at least the positions from a lower threshold here. So yeah, that was a nice pickup. In terms of these pickups, you'll see those orders that were stacked in that zone. Let's just kind of review very quickly. 400 leverage. That's with BTCC. These are accounts with BTCC. So this is all API framework, right? Application Program Interface, MarketHedge. This is, guys, the best trading tool I've ever used. I wouldn't say it other than the fact that there are some traders out there who know what they're doing. Bank on it, count on it. I want to know what your assessment is, and if you've thought about it, really thought through it, you're going to find the same thing. It's inevitable. You're going to come to the same conclusion if you know what you're doing in the market. So in terms of these two positions, we had one account here, a second account here that were executed in this lower zone. So we own, right now I own that 116.7. It's not a huge move to the upside, but you see with that 400 leverage, and let's just look at this, guys. Let's look at this. We've got 2,500, 2.2% of a move, and we've capitalized 46,000 and 28,000, 74,000 total. So looking at this, and that comes from what? That comes from a total of about 20 orders, right? This specific account picked up each order is about $3,500 in the money. The larger account here has got 13 orders, so about 13 orders, and each account again is about, or each specific position is about $3,500 in the money. And what do? Well, I stack the orders, right? Because I don't know exactly how far down it's going before we get that hopeful slingshot to the upside. And from a technical standpoint, pay attention. This was the rock and roll, I'll say, target to the upside, at least the traders who are watching this. And if you're paying attention and you're trading, you better watch this. You guys got it right. Just watch this specific. Anytime that we get this upward facing dynamic where we have expanding, broadening, and rising, okay, feature dynamics to where we can count on not just a bear flag, right? You don't want to say, well, it's a bear flag. No, it's if it is expanding, the best hit of the day, the week, is often this specific hit back to that expanding line of resistance across the top. This is one of the best targets for the bulls in the business. I'll tell you, so anytime you can approach this and say, okay, everyone's looking at a bear flag, yes, we want to see, is there actually a volatility expression in play that's expanding to the upside, meaning support. Bulls on support and bears on resistance are actually formulating some degree of an expanding equation, and this becomes your target to the upside. A sweet move, and this can be an indication that we're not looking at a bear flag, but instead, boom, we've got a target to the upside. So as we watch the dynamics play out, I'll tell you this, it's been a nice run for a nice couple of days. If I close these now, I'm going to be upset, but I did promise everyone that I would increase my agility in the market. So looking at 75K, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the orders in both accounts. They're both linked. I'm going to rock and roll. I want that 75K to hit. And what we're going to do is going to wait for that to clear, and boom, there we go. Congratulations to anyone who is trading. And I'll just recommend again that you're never overexposed to any higher price, and that always you have heavy cash reserves. That's the only thing that makes this specific trade technique or any trade technique really worthwhile and worth the investment of your life. So as we look at this cross dynamic, yeah, I'm going to be hunting maybe with you for new trades. And I'll just say this, Bitcoin has been consistently providing them. Let's get in the back, VIP. Let's go into the trade room and let's figure out some additional pickups here as we look at that breakout for that inverse head and shoulders. This is London, former hedge fund owner, private, non-SEC, not financial advice. Let's get in the back and let's go. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much for your time today. Take care. Bye-bye.